Good evening, everyone. And wait, did music stop? Nope, there's the music. Okay, it came back on just in time for me. It was quiet just long enough for me to get confused and worried. Anyway, hello and welcome to Killing in the Name, our Exalted saga. Many apologies for last week as we several technical difficulties and some gastrointestinal distress sort of waylaid all of us last week. But thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for supporting in any way you see fit. I am, of course, joined by my fantastically delightful demigods. There is, and you know what? There's a part of me that wants to follow it up with the Brennan Lee Mulligan intro, but no, I refuse. Because I don't feel like getting sued by Dimension 20.
Yeah.
My computer mommy on Tuesday night may feel differently, but it's no, I am not poking that bear. So I realized something as I was getting ready for this session, actually, that I think I know exactly why our session failed last week. Is because I was getting ready for combat, and I did not have the red folder of doom.
What's the red folder of doom?
Oh, hello, new player.
The red folder of doom is what I normally bring out when it's time for combat in Exalted. I was using a different folder last week, and that's probably what screwed everything up. Now we have the proper red folder of doom, and which means tonight's combat is going to go fantastic. And
we're so back.
And in case those of you that were not here last week or whenever our last session before that was, because it was I think it was like a month ago at this point, something like that. But oh wait, hold on, I am just remembered that I need to check my sound levels. There we go. Okay, much better. And it's actually coming in a lot better. Like, I don't even know what button I pushed because it has been like limiting in the past, but now it's coming through fucking great. Anyway, with our we are in what looks like a tea house. Inside the Yozi Queen, she who lives in her name. This is after we recently discovered our new sidereal friend, Kyrie, who was asleep in this tea house. And while we were trying to figure out where to go next and trying to fill Kyrie on what's going on here, we were approached by a frilled lizard waiter who seemed to summon various poisonous demon things around him and served our favorite changing moon playboy a glass of hemlock, which he was entirely too happy to imbibe very rapidly.
Oops. Mistakes were made. Others will leave blame.
Mistakes were made, correct.
So, I think we got about as far as rolling for initiative last week, so I think we're just going to restart the whole combat. And everybody roll join combat.
I have a thing that I can use.
Ooh, a thing!
Huzzah for the thing.
Okay, hold on, I gotta go.
We like things in this house.
When you're new and have to go through the 1,000 different things that you actually have as a player in Exalted 3E. Okay, where was it? Gives initiative bonus. Secrets of Future Strife. That is what it is called.
Okay.
So I have to go figure out what that is. Because I wrote Cliff Notes version so that it would fit on the sheet.
Of course.
So give me a second to find the page number and figure out what that means. Very sorry to people who play this regularly and can do this much faster than I. Secrets of Future Strife. It costs me 5 motes to use, so I would spend that. To my effective initiative to determine when I take my turn.
Okay, so it's not gonna add any actual points of initiative, but we're gonna count it like it is as far as you going first in this round.
Okay. So should I just roll my regular amount of dice then?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta go figure out how I did that the first time.
Wits plus awareness, and you do not have the same penalty that I do.
Yeah, wits plus awareness, and as always, you can stunt it.
I plan to when it comes around.
Let me figure out how much dice I have.
I would like to use a thing. It's called the Ideal Battle Knowledge Prana, which is I can use double 9s for my order actions. I double 9s to
Double 9s on what?
This charm applies the double 9s rule to all of this Solar's order actions.
Okay.
So instead of just double 10s, it's also double.
Okay, cool.
So I will be using that.
Okay.
How much more stuff do we get if we stunt?
Depends on your description. Basically, if it's a scale. A 1-point stunt is worth 2 extra dice on the roll.
Oh, wait.
A 2-point stunt is worth 2 extra dice and an automatic success, and a 3-point stunt is worth 2 extra dice and 2 automatic successes. The difference between a 1, 2, and 3 stunt is generally a 1-point stunt is a description of your action. Usually, getting a little prosaic, getting a little cinematic, that sort of thing. 2 points, there is a hallmark to it of incorporating your environment somehow. And that can be either narratively or physically.
I mean, you're not going to get mad at me for using my environment? Like, I've had GMs get annoyed with me for that.
It's
encouraged. Wait. Whoa. All right.
Who are we fighting?
Everybody in chat.
Shall remain nameless.
I am going to clip this. Everybody in chat. If your GM, DM, storyteller, whatever your game calls it, gets angry and penalizes you, either socially or mechanically, for using your environment, they are wrong. Okay?
Hard on that.
So nice to know.
I don't care. I don't care if it's Exalted just has, rules in there, mechanics in there that allow you to benefit from this. No, it is a storytelling game, my guy. This is part of the story. Play with it. And if they mess up a thing that was going to be a good plot point in the future, well, guess they fucked up something that's going to be a plot point in the future, and you get to roll with that. And then you can be like, oh, you fucked up the thing that I was going to use as a plot point in the future, but how does that affect my plot now? Find out. You're a storyteller. Tell a story. Oh God,
Sorry, I definitely hit a button there. I feel like
No. It's I'll be 100% honest, because this whole week, through various factors, a lot of it had to do with the heat wave that we've been suffering through in New England, and most of the country really. But this whole week I have had this just malaise of here we go, it's Exalted, it's started to become rote for me. It started to become average and normal, and it's just kind of yep, here we go again, doing the same thing, doing the Exalted thing over again. That shit got me fired up. All right, so yeah, let's fucking go.
All right.
I'm not sure if the mic picked up me cracking my knuckles there, but it was a very satisfying crack. Okay?
Hang on 1 second. Let me crack all my bones.
Let's.
Thank you,
all right.
chronic joint pain.
Loosen up, get warmed up, and let's beat the fuck out of some demons.
Yay! What was I going to say?
Yeah.
So, for stunting, should I wait for everyone to roll their initiative first?
No.
Now?
You absolutely always describe your action first. And then, based on your description, I will award you a 1, 2, or 3-point stunt.
I just don't want to step on anyone's toes, because this is
a game.
The way the gameplay goes is new for me.
Yep.
So, okay. So, because I would like to stunt it, get some extra dice on this.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, maybe, depending on the judgment.
100%.
The high and mighty game master. I think that my brain goes immediately to cinema style. So now have like theme music playing. And of course, I was talking about this earlier. It's very much in that vein of like Demon Slayer, that sort of epic music. As Kyrie's been standing behind your character, Bardic, whose name escapes me because I'm terrible with names until for a little while.
Beryl
has been standing behind Beryl this whole time. And what you feel is the whoosh of a cape as she moves past you, reaching at her side and pulling a sword, and drawing it out. She draws her sword, and puts herself between the demons and you, basically, or at least is trying to. I think that I might be wrong about this, but it's fine. We'll just go with it. I'm already here. Yeah, and the sword itself begins to glow with a myriad of colors as she takes the violet beer of sorrows form.
Love the violet beer of sorrows form. I've used that before. It's so good.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call that a 1-point stunt. So you can go.
At 1 point.
So you can add 2 when you roll for initiative. You add 2 dice to that roll.
Okay. So instead of 8, I will be rolling 10 dice.
Yep.
10 dice.
And for those playing the home game, beer is not spelled with 2 E's, it's I-E, meaning pillar.
Yes.
You don't know with sidereals. The concept of beer is a thing.
Porque no los dos.
I would drink a craft brew called Violet Beer of Sorrows because, like,
you hear that, Onyx Path? Onyx Path, Onyx Path, get on that.
Yeah. No, there's a place that I frequented in LA called the Guild Hall that probably would make a drink called that. In like if Exalted got popular enough. So.
Don't make me want to open a nerd brewery because I would.
Fair. So I think what Beryl's going to do to stunt is, thankfully, seeing this sidereal step in, is going to take that initiative and essentially, there are multiple tables that are at this tea house, right?
Yes, there are multiple tables at this tea house. You can also, they're not trying to be stealthy about it because with this thing sort of flaring its frill, I described last time, there's the sort of the sound of like chittering, like skittering, kind of like coming from all corners of this tea house. And there are several more onules, the demon spiders,
Yes.
coming in. I'll say there's 3 of them.
So Beryl is going to make like the namesake and barrel roll backwards, tumbling over a table to kind of get the space cleared and freed up, and kind of loosen and go as amorphous as possible to try and like recognize I am ill, I am in trouble, I need to get out of the way of things before they get in front of me, and essentially just like knock over tables in a loose arrangement around himself and just kind of like squat down as small as a giant, Cthulhu-faced man can be in cannonball format.
Okay. Yeah, with your use of the environment and tables, that's going to be a 2-point stunt. So go ahead and roll that with 2 extra dice and an automatic success.
This means I can't botch it. That was the goal. Yay. That was 1 more.
Oh shit.
So I got 2 plus the base 3. I have 5 successes.
Okay.
That is not good.
Vixie, did you roll?
I did. I got 5 successes too.
And that is that
even with my 2 extra dice.
Is that just 5 on the dice?
No, 5 successes is what the dice roller says. I rolled a.
So you get 3 extra successes on your initiative rolls. It's however many successes you rolled plus 3. So that's good.
So you started 8.
So yeah, that's going to be an 8.
The dice roller says 5, then I get 8. Okay.
On initiative, yes.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Yes, Radiant.
I would like to also stunt.
Please do.
I'm going to, I think, repeat what I said last time. Ears ringing. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, it is my ear. I just had to make sure. Sorry. Okay. Yes, it is my ear. Okay. Sorry. I just making sure.
You're good.
Anyway, so what Radiant does is because they have been in, on and off or different battles their whole, well, not their whole life, but a majority of it. They know when people are about to move into battle. It's like a second, language to them.
Sure.
Or I guess a fourth language to them. And, so when, just even as soon as they see the muscles of Kyrie? Is it Kyrie?
Yes, Kyrie. Mm-hmm.
As soon as they see, the shoulders of Kyrie tense and Beryl start to move back into his barrel roll, she immediately moves within that millisecond. Within the millisecond of them moving, she's also moving. So she goes from keeping her hands on the shoulders of Cobalt, because she was trying to get him to calm down. She goes from this to this within milliseconds.
Okay. I'm gonna call that a 1-point stunt. So go ahead and roll it with roll initiative with 2 extra dice. Cobalt, did you want to stunt your initiative too, or?
1-point stunt would be 1 extra dice.
No, two dice on the roll. No no automatic successes. Anything higher than that is.
Thank you. So that's a 10 and an 8. So how many is that? That's 3 successes.
That's three more successes. Yep.
Okay, and then plus the 3 on initiative, right?
You only rolled the 2 dice for your initiative?
No. I rolled 6 dice.
Okay, and you only got 3 successes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be at a +3, so that's going to put you at 6.
Okay, thank you. I am still figuring it out too. Don't feel bad.
No.
Hey.
You are absolutely. It's a learning curve. It is okay.
I am too.
Cobalt, what are you doing?
All right. So, Cobalt's been chomping at the bit, waiting, being calmed down by his circle mates. And as Kyrie says, now is the time. He just looks over, giving a knowing nod, his golden eyes glinting a bit as he flips aside his duster. Doesn't even bring his hand up to the gun, it seems, though, pulling it forward in front. And you're not sure if it's the essence coalescing from the holster itself or the speed with which he did it. You're not sure if the gun or his hand got there faster, as I activate lightning draw method reflexively for free.
Okay.
He pulls a hand down to the side, snapping his fingers as I expend 3 motes, coalescing tendrils of blue, smoking energy seeping down through the teak floorboards behind this lizard in front of us, summoning the demon that he has bound unto him. Because now is the time, as he just has a bead directly on this lizard in front of them.
All right, I'll give you a 2-point stunt for that one.
Oh, rock. All right, that is 2 successes, so 3 with the additional one, and then 6 total with lightning draw method.
That's 6 on the dice?
1. No, that's 6 total.
6 total, okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, that means one of the spiders is going first.
Well, boo.
Beryl. As you were trying to retreat, but that's the direction that the spiders are coming from. One of them is going to try to punch one of its legs through the table that you're hiding behind and try to like sort of like grab you and like pull you through.
I think what's my best odds here? Is it going to be dodge or parry? Best option is going to be parry. Okay, so I think the way that Barrel's going to respond to this is, since it's trying to punch through the table, Barrel's going to use the loose squiggly bits of the tentacle arms to wrap around the opposing table legs on either side, and then just start rapidly spinning the table so that as its legs are punching through, it's starting to get redirected and moved, and just try and throw the table aside with it still in its legs. So that's the parry motion that I'll be doing.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll call that another 2-point stunt. Go ahead, and that'll raise your parry by, well, is it straight up to 2? Yeah, I think it'll raise it up to 2. We're by 2 anyway.
So at the moment, my parry is naturally 4, turns into 6, but then does that also get subtracted by 4?
Yes, it does actually.
So yeah, that means I don't have a 0 parry at least.
That pesky hemlock.
I have a feeling I'm getting crashed.
Question for future reference and also for defending my friends as a solar. As a Dawncast. If there is a reflexive charm that is, say, a parry charm.
Yes.
Can I use it on someone else's turn?
It depends on the charm. Which charm are you looking at?
Oh, excuse me. It is to my own defense.
Yeah.
I just read that through and through. I apologize.
Not a problem.
Okay. I appreciate the willingness to try.
Yeah, there are definitely parry charms that will let you basically take a bullet for somebody. I just can't.
Gotta read it through and through.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but they do exist.
Okay.
Or at least they did in the second edition, and I just, because I haven't had I'll be 100%, and I've said this to pretty much every group that I've run an Exalted 3rd edition game of. I do not have a lot of experience as a player in 3rd edition Exalted, and as such, I have not memorized a lot of the charms. So
Fair. There's too many.
like,
That is fair.
yeah, it's like a third of the book, and the book is almost 700 pages long. So
It is. It's longer than that, friend.
yep. Anyway, so after the -40, you're because of the hemlock, you're at, that brings you up into a 2. Is that correct?
Yeah.
They just hit. You almost swatted them away. They're not doing any threshold damage. Well, and that table that you threw at them, it managed to deflect most of the. Oh wait! Hold on. What's your soak? Soak is not affected by poison.
I'm wearing a reinforced buff jacket for 5, and my hybrid form gives me 4, so 9.
Holy shit! Okay, so
Yeah.
you want to know how much damage I'm rolling on this now?
2.
Une.
Oh,
I will take une. Yeah.
Yeah. You were going to take 0 because soak reduces the amount of dice I roll for damage, and if I roll no successes on that, you don't take any damage.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I live again.
So yeah, you are able to sort of like you sort of like whip the table to try to like block this, right? Was that how you described it? Yeah, you managed to sort of like whip it around, and while it still is like holding on to you, you manage to sort of like bat at it to make sure it doesn't do any more serious damage. So that was the first That was our annual friend. Did no damage, no change in their initiative, no change in your initiative. So coming up next, we have Kyrie and another spider at the same time.
That's great. Love that for us.
Uh,
Are you going to go after the spider that's going at the same time as you?
Probably. I was actually just frantically reading my stuff to try and figure out what to do next.
Oh,
I was like,
you had
"Hey,
a
I look cool.
wait. You're actually going to go before. You said it raises up by 2, right?
Yeah, my little thing that I did.
Okay,
Secrets of Future Strife.
I forgot about that. You're actually going to go before it.
yay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go after that spider.
Sure.
I was actually trying to figure out what to use.
Okay.
Because these are a little bit complex. I guess I was looking at Blade of the Battle Maiden. The stylus attack adds. I'm gonna stunt it. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck stuff does, so I don't create this really cool narrative. And it's like, well, actually,
Blade of
it's
the
not what that does at all.
Blade of the Battle Maiden, is that a martial arts charm or is it a regular charm?
Yes, it is a martial arts charm. It costs 3 motes. Is it supplemental?
Blade of the Battle Maiden. Yep, supplemental. The stylus attack adds 1 plus the enemy's wound penalty, which he doesn't have any right now. Dice of post-soak, withering, or decisive damage. The damage bonus can't exceed the stylus strength. Mastery, which you are a master of it, by dint of you being a sidereal. If a decisive damage roll, but you're not doing a decisive roll, so that doesn't really do anything just yet. Unless you are doing a decisive, which...
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna... Well...
A decisive damage roll increases its target's wound penalty. Or if it increases, it suffers an additional die of decisive... or it suffers additional dice of decisive damage equal to the increase, ignoring hardness. These are still... You could, if you wanted...
Could do that.
Yeah, if you want to. It's up to you.
Well, there's only one way to find out if stuff works, and that's to jump in head first.
All right, do it up.
I'm gonna do it.
So what are you gonna do?
So Kyrie has that super cool like moment of taking the violet beer of Sorrow's style. And I can see in my head like first form, because I don't know why I'm channeling so much Demon Slayer for this, but it's probably because they just released like new episodes. Anyway, so Kyrie's blade begins to it seems to shimmer a bunch of different colors, but seems to settle on like a bright red as she takes this form. And she whirls on the spider, again, cape dramatically flourishing, as she charges forward and attacks it with a sweeping grace of someone who is battle hardened and has fought many enemies in the past. They say that you can see the outcome of a battle in the eyes of the combatants, and Kyrie is not going to lose today. Everything about her, reads that this spider is not going to survive this combat as long as she has something to say about it. And she like swipes at this spider in a decisive attack.
Okay.
Someone who has a lot more confidence than me. But yeah.
All right. I did love that description. I am going to make that a 2-point. 2-point stunt. So go ahead and roll. So because this is a decisive attack, you're just going to roll. In this case, and because you are using the martial arts charm, you're going to roll dexterity martial arts.
Dexterity martial arts.
And you're going to add 2 dice to the roll.
Dexterity is one of my keys, so that's 4, right? And then martial arts is 4. Can I apply any of my merits to this, or is that useful for something
not
else?
necessarily merits.
Okay.
So, Blade of the Battle Maiden is supplemental, so I believe you can put some excellencies into it, but I don't know how sidereal excellencies work. Give me just a second.
Not to worry. I'm at 10 so far.
Excellencies are sidereal's fundamental supernatural prowess. They can add dice to attribute plus ability rolls for 1 mote per die, or raise static values for 2 motes per +1. With ability 3, the sidereal can pay 1 mote to reduce an attribute ability's target number by 1, usually to 6, with ability 5. So excellencies with you work a little different. You can spend 1 mote per die to add dice to ideals with cast or favored. Gain excellencies for each cast or favored ability that they have 1+, and each other ability they know a charm from. Okay. So you can raise the number of dice that you're rolling on this by spending motes of essence on a 1-for-1 basis to a maximum of 8.
Oh.
And furthermore, if you wanted to spend another mote, you can reduce the target number that you want to roll by 1, meaning you're going to roll a success on 6 and higher as opposed to 7 and higher as normal.
Okay. I can do one or both of those things.
It sounds like you can. From what I'm reading here, it looks like you can do both.
Ooh. I think.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sidereals can't add more than higher of essence or 3, maximum 5. So you can do 3 points. So you can
3 points.
A bonus dice from excellencies or other magic on attribute ability rolls. So you can spend 3 motes to add 3 dice maximum.
Okay.
I'm
not going to spend any motes this time.
You're not spending any motes?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to hold on to it because my personal motes are because we have peripheral motes too. Are they like kind of the same?
They are the same. The big difference is that the only difference between personal and peripheral motes is that you can spend as many personal motes as you want with no negative outcome. As soon as you start spending peripheral motes, you start to glow.
You know what? That's fine. I'll take it. I'll spend some motes then.
Okay.
I'll spend 2 to get 2 dice. Is that how they work? You said 1 for 1, right?
Yep, absolutely. So
my personal motes.
So you were going to be rolling 12 dice.
All right. Let's cast some dice. 9 successes.
9 successes. Yeah, seriously. Versus one of the
dramatic entrances go.
Versus one of the spiders you said? Yeah, no, that doesn't matter how they try to avoid that, you're getting hit. Let me just make sure they don't have any defensive charms that I can try to exploit. Okay, cool, actually. So as you so go ahead and no, but they have to dodge it first. Anyway. So go ahead and that's gonna hit, and you're at 8. Do they have hardness? Their hardness is only 5, so yeah, you can plunge through it.
Did I one-shot the spider?
Well, we are gonna find out.
Oh boy.
Go ahead. So yeah, and that's. You know what? Give me just a second. I can't remember if you get threshold dice on decisive attacks.
Okay. While we're considering that, I just want to say, when you said you wanted to go as amorphous as possible, I immediately thought of Ditto from Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking amoebas.
Yeah, it's one of those fun things where being a cuttlefish person, like, they are very malleable, I'll say.
Bardic coming in with the fun quotes again.
Hey.
Man flesh.
Man flesh. Flash.
Man, Flash Monday. Let's
Oh no!
It is not
Another
Monday.
just another Man Flash Monday.
Oh no.
Squiggles on Sunday.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you.
Metaphors someday.
So yeah, you do not get any. You do not get threshold dice on decisive attacks. So go ahead and roll 8 dice for the damage. You do not get. You do not double tens on this roll.
No double tens on this roll. What does that mean?
Normally, whenever you make a roll, a 10 counts as 2 successes. You do not get that option on this.
Got it.
However, I will point out that you can, as a sidereal, spend a point to lower the target number on this, which is probably not a bad idea.
Well, also, Blade of the Battle Maiden lets me do extra damage.
That's right, too. I forgot about that. Charting Fate's Course, Blade of the Battle Maiden.
+1 enemy's wound penalty. Soak withering or decisive damage.
So it's gonna add. Okay. So go ahead. Yeah. So you're gonna roll 8. You're gonna roll 9 dice instead.
9 dice. No
Yes.
double tens. Got it.
Correct.
Well, do I pass the dice? I only got 2 successes on 9 dice.
2 successes. Okay.
Were any of them 10s? Those count for 2 usually.
No, not on damage.
No.
Not on
Right.
decisive damage.
Yeah.
I rolled
Um,
an 8 and a 7, so that was not relevant this time.
Okay, so if a decisive damage roll increases its target's wound penalty, he suffers additional dice of decisive damage equal to the increase, ignoring hardness. Okay, roll 1 more die for me.
Okay. Oh, hi, little die. 10!
Okay, so that's another success. So that is going to be another damage for him because of your mastery of Violet Beer of Sorrows. So that is going to be a grand total of 3 damage to his wound track, but that is not enough to drop him.
Okay.
Your blade finds purchase, but it merely it connects with one of its legs and sort of catches it right at the one of the joint parts, severing that leg from the rest of its body.
Okay.
It's a spider. It has 7 more. It's in pain and kind of frustrated, but it'll keep going.
Okay.
And it is its turn.
Yay! I made it mad.
Yep. And it is going to try to come in and bite you.
Hate that.
It's gonna reach at you with its other front leg, and sort of lunge in with fangs drawn towards your abdomen.
I once again might have something I can do about it.
Oh.
Yes. But what does I mean when it says the cost is like
Initiative.
number and I? Initiative. Oh, so I would have to pay an initiative this time.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a higher cost. Because there's the joy and adversity stance, which gives me a +1 defense.
Okay.
Successfully defending awards motes equal to the attack rolls 1s.
Ooh.
Stylist can't gain more than higher of essence or 3 motes per round with this charm.
Okay.
These motes are lost if not spent by the end of the stylist's next turn.
Okay. Do you want to use that?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Especially, I think that the way that she would do that is that she kind of is a little bit like has that uncanny sort of I can sense the future vibe going on.
Yep.
And immediately takes like a defensive stance, almost like You'd almost swear it was like slightly before the spider attacked if you were looking closely, but no one's looking closely. This is a fight. We're all trying not to die. So, meh.
Okay. All right, so that adds a +1 to your defense. And what are you going to try to dodge or parry this? Or
Sure, I was like,
evade
there's
or parry?
There's currently 2 people. One wants to evade and the other wants to parry. It would be more in character for her to parry.
Okay. And what is your parry?
So look at numbers. Parry, 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 parry. Parry is 5.
5. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get your sword up and sort of catch it in between its jaws, keeping it from finding purchase in your side.
Important.
And your insight into that attack also lets you regain 1 mode of essence.
Hey, look at me.
'cause he-
Getting essence.
Because there was only 1 on that roll.
Phew, okay.
And that's... Okay, cool. Up next, at initiative 7, is another spider. Star. Who are you aiming your bow at when you got up to?
Sorry. Cobalt and Radiant are both named Star.
That's right. I forgot about that. You know what? I forgot about that because
Star
like
gang.
on the
my God.
on the overlay, I just have Cobalt labeled Cobalt and I have you labeled Radiant Star. So it's
Sorry.
that is okay. I will. Radiant. Who are you aiming your bow at?
Which one came in first, or did they come in at the same time?
They all came in at the same time.
Which one is... I'm probably gonna, who looks worse right now, Beryl or Cobalt? Which one of you is more poison? Because you run fucking poison.
I'm not poisoned anymore.
Oh, you're not
Oh.
poisoned anymore.
Yeah.
No. It got through my system. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that
both of you fucking chill. Anyway,
slightly worse off than me.
so probably she aims her bow at the one that's closest to Beryl.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I will say that there's another Anul coming over towards Beryl to try to attack him.
Was there not?
Well, because
Was there only?
there was one on him already.
Yeah.
Well, he retreated, and they were sort of both coming in this way. If there was, I'm gonna have both going at that way, so that
Okay.
that's just increases the peril for Beryl.
Oh, sorry, Beryl. Theater of the
That's
mind.
okay.
Theater
We
of the
get to
mind.
encounter that. What's the term for the second time you get attacked during a turn?
Onslaught penalties.
Onslaught.
Yes.
So
now I'll have to stunt because it's at a -5, right?
yes.
Ugh.
Oh
Um,
boy.
so yeah, there's
How's this one coming in?
this one's actually while you're sort of like swatting at the other one to try to keep it away with the other table, this one's crawling over the table next to you to try to come at you from the other side.
God, does it look like it's going to leap or just kind of charge?
Leap.
Leap?
Jumping spiders, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm currently like working on defending myself by spinning around this table in front of me. As I see it getting ready to leap, I will just kind of grab on and hold on to both of them using the momentum of the table and roll myself, the table, and the other spider in just a continuous motion, trying to work on swinging the table around to bat the spider up as it's coming at me. And in doing so, just, sphere my body as much as possible and use, what flexibility I have to just kind of ramp everything into a continuous motion.
Okay. You're gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Hey.
While parrying, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll call that a 1-point stunt. So they'll bump you up by 1.
Target's 0 then.
Oh, the target is 0. Okay.
Yeah. That's my parry. Now, anyway. Do I have a defensive? I thought I had a defensive charm.
Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Your soak again, please. Oh wait. Oh no, wait. No, soak is on damage. Hold on. I gotta roll the attack first.
Yes.
1, 2.
Are you rolling metal into metal?
No, I'm rolling dice on glass or porcelain, really.
Oh.
Okay.
It sounds nice.
It's one of those like earthenware plates.
Nice.
All right, so that is 3 successes on the attack roll. So that is going to hit with 3 threshold dice. However, your soak is 9, I believe. You said.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Okay. So I'm only rolling 4 dice. Hold on, 4.
Does soak get impacted by my poisoning?
It does not.
State? Okay, I didn't think it would, but I figured, why not ask?
Oh, that, as the kids... Oh, it's actually not as rough as I thought. I saw 2 10s in there, and I was like, well, fuck. But it was just the 2 10s. So that is going to be 4 damage to your initiative track. You're not crashed yet.
Okay.
And I'll put him up there for next round. Okay, coming up next... Oh, this is going to be fun. We've got the Lizard, Cobalt, and Star all going at the same time.
This is going to be very funny.
Okay.
I'm
so
excited to see this.
First thing we're going... You know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? Have Radiant go first. Because Cobalt, you and I, if you're going against the Lizard, we have a special rule to enact.
Yep.
Because that's a clash.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Get him, Cobalt.
Radiant, what are you doing?
Right, so what had happened was... okay. I'm going to, one question, how often do motes recharge?
You get 5 back at the end of a round.
Okay. So first...
In combat, it's 5 every round. Outside of combat, it's 5 every hour.
First, I have so I had been like this as soon as I was up, and then I train it at, the one near Barrel, and then, in a, who's that director where it's pans in, slides?
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that sort of Kubrick moment of that, it trains on her arrow like this and then like this, but then it trains on her eyes because she looks right over to Cobalt and his fire wand and goes, and then she uses fiery arrow attack. And so her hand lights up, and through her heart-song bow, which the red jade integrating with the fire in her hand, she uses the fire charm that is the heavy shot that rends air as it passes onto her target, lighting the arrow on fire, because she knows what Cobalt's gonna do with that. And then it's boom, boom, and then just her arrow just alights in a pinkish red flame and slices through the air with a deafening silence.
This is against one of the demon spiders on Beryl, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is. Yeah, go ahead and make the attack roll with two. We'll call that a 2-point stunt. So 2 extra dice on the roll and an automatic success.
Thank you. So I use my archery plus.
So you're gonna roll dexterity and archery plus the accuracy of your weapon.
Okay, give me 1 second. So it's dexterity and archery. So that's so that is 9. And then the accuracy of my weapon. So give me 1 moment.
Yep.
'Cause
Heart
now I
Song's
have
in
to
the
look
core book,
at-
right?
Yes, I have it written down. Heart Song, it says accuracy. So what is my distance?
I'll say you're at short distance from this thing.
Okay, so it's +5. So is that +5 dice?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. So I have 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as my base stat, and then 5, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And then 2 more for the stunt.
and then 2 more for the stunt. And then do I do anything from that charm, or is it just on fire? It is just on fire. Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of dice. I can't hold them in my baby hand.
That's what happens when you have small hands. We have little arms.
Welcome to Exalted.
Welcome to Exalted, and welcome to having small little baby hands. Okay.
Invest in a Yahtzee cup.
Yeah. Okay, so
Is Exalted the dice bucket challenge?
It is. There have if you look up Exalted memes, like you will find some old ones from 2nd edition where you'll see like a 5-gallon bucket of D10s and like with that's labeled with Exalted on it, like the Exalted logo, and say like you're almost there. You almost have enough.
Oh god.
so
I would do that.
the charm
This is probably
also
the only
gives me
reason
an
why.
automatic success, plus you gave me an automatic success.
That is correct.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 2 automatic, so that's 12 successes.
12 successes.
Yay.
All right. The spider never saw it coming.
He had it. Anyway.
He ran into your arrow
Well-
10 times.
Okay, it's not a decisive
Arrow
attack.
attack.
So,
It is.
oh, this is a decisive attack.
Yeah.
Oh, then we got to redo that.
Oh.
We gotta redo it?
Yeah, we got to redo it because a decisive attack you don't get your accuracy bonus. You just roll the stat.
That's fine. I'll re-roll it. It's fine.
Okay, so
I'll
you-
But
try.
it's just rolling your initiative is the difference, right?
Yeah, you're gonna roll your initiative for damage.
Okay, so what are my total? So I'm rolling.
So you're
rolling the.
you said you
stat.
had 9 for the
9.
stat. Yep, 9 plus 2 for the stun. So 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I still do get 2 automatic successes.
Yes. Hold on. Let me just check out Heart's Song. Because that is not in the core book, so it must be in
It's in the
Arms of the
thing.
Chosen.
yeah, Arms of the Chosen.
Yes. I didn't use an evocation on it. I just used.
Oh.
I haven't used any of its evocations yet. I just.
Okay, so all right, then yeah, it's just going to be the one auto success. Heart Song.
Just say plus 12 damage.
That's only on withering attacks.
Okay, so I'm doing divisive.
You said you're doing decisive, so you're going to roll your initiative as damage, which is only 6.
Okay. So right now I'm rolling. Why am I rolling these dice again?
So this is to see if you hit.
To see if I hit. Okay, so this is the D20, and then I'm doing the. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My first game with Pathfinder.
Eh.
So 4 successes plus. It's 7 and over, right? Or is it 6 and over?
7 and over.
Okay. 4 successes plus 2 automatics is 6 successes. Oh wait.
Where
No, that turned. Yes. 6 successes
to hit? All right, so that is going to hit. So yeah, go ahead and roll 6 dice for your damage.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Remember, 10s do not count double on this one.
10s do not count double. 1, 2. 2.
2 successes. Okay.
Yes. So you're saying next time do a withering attack, right?
Yes.
It's better with arrows, is what I've learned today.
It's better in like
You wither till you crash. Yeah.
yeah. It's the idea to withering attacks are generally a better idea to like you want to do withering attacks because withering attacks don't just drain your opponent's initiative, it raises yours by the amount of damage you deal. And then so that means on a later turn when your initiative is at 12, 15, 20, whatever, and you can come in here and roll 20 dice for damage.
Okay, I will keep this in mind. And also, it's still on fire, though.
Okay. What?
It is still so.
What?
Because the charm I used was so. If the arrow strikes flammable material, violent blaze seeks to consume the struck object. Fire is natural and may spread to surface. When the decisive attack is against the target, it adds 1 automatic success roll if the attack does at least 3 health levels of damage. So it is not on fire, but things around. But there is a fire.
And well, you said it adds an extra damage. The automatic success.
Oh, of the damage roll. Yes.
Right.
So
and
it is now on fire.
You rolled 2, so that makes the third. So,
right.
What charm is that again? Fire out.
Yep. I roll attack.
Yep, I got it. Must contend with the solar essence's lethal dice of damage every turn until he's able to extinguish himself. Okay, so it deals 3 damage and kind of the arrow comes through and it's kind of a through and through. It's like it goes like through like the upper part of its thorax and out the other side. And when it goes out the other side, that little bit of demonic ichor that sort of spurts out, as it lands on, like as it sort of like recoils back onto the spider, it ignites and starts like burning a path across its back.
Oh,
Fun.
yeah.
Okay, so that
Soundtrack-wise, I'm hearing Fall Out Boy, light 'em up.
Absolutely.
all right. Okay, Cobalt,
Hello, friend.
Clash.
We meet again. Yes.
Okay, I will say, assuming you are going to attack this thing, it's going to be a clash.
Let's go.
Since I blossomed, I have to make an attack.
Okay.
Blossom.
Blossomed.
Yes. It's
That-
one of my spells.
That is an interesting turn of phrase.
Blossom.
Oh god, I'm sitting here like, is this a debutante ball? Did I miss something?
Oh, we're gonna dance. Don't worry.
Okay. Suddenly, Waltz of the Flowers plays in the background. Like,
I don't know if I was waiting for you to explain Clash. I'm sorry.
well, I'm getting to the rules right now. Here we go.
if they wanted
Okay.
us to like
I
exterminate
lost
something.
my first Clash. I'm not losing
Okay,
my second.
so a clash attack. Clash attacks are a special roll used when two characters attack one another on the same tick. In these situations, the quality of the character's defensive prowess becomes irrelevant. Victory goes to the fighter whose strike is superior. Clash attacks ignore both characters' defense. Instead, the two attacks act as an opposed roll. The character who accumulates more successes wins, striking his opponent while the loser's attack is thwarted. If a clash attack is withering, then it adds the threshold by which the winning fighter beat his opponent's roll to his raw damage. So, is this going to be a withering or decisive?
I learned my lesson the first time, so it's gonna be No, it's withering. It's withering.
I'm gonna say,
Okay.
brother.
Did you learn your lesson? Did you?
I did. I did what y'all are doing right now, and it did not work out well. For me. I'm still paying for it.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So, what are you doing?
Well,
I will say the with your gun trained on it, the lizard sort of looks towards you and manifests this really gnarly looking bident.
No.
It's like a trident, but only two things.
Yeah.
Um,
good too.
And it's sort of the way it looks like wrought iron. In fact, it sort of appears in its arm in this sort of flash of green flame, and it looks like it was made from one singular piece of metal, just sort of not so much crafted as it was sort of just sort of like whittled. Everything is very smooth, no hard angles on this thing.
yeah. Before we get into that, because we're taking the turn, do we want to roll for the resolve on the demon spider, just in case it's not forgotten about?
Oh,
control.
that's right.
Yeah, I got your back.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and roll that for me.
All right, that is cult.
Okay, this music is way too chill. I thought we were doing combat here. Hold on. Oh, because I forgot to turn off. I forgot to
That is
do.
5.
I forgot to loop the soundtrack. Anyway,
2 10s and an 8, with my negatives included. I didn't spend any motes to offset my wound
2
penalty.
10s and an 8. Okay, yep, that's enough. It sort of shakes its head a little bit and maintains under your purview.
All right. Cobalt's gonna keep his Anshar poised directly upon this demon, like knowing that they are ready to go, and they're going to, even being in close range, close the gap with them.
Okay.
Not running at them in the stream of combat, but each footfall weighing heavily down as they just approach. Staring them down, that icy 1,000-yard stare, trying to just lower the barrel directly in between the two prongs on the bident to further steady their shot, hoping to shell-shock this individual on just who I am. And they're going to look them dead in the eyes as I pull up my thing here. Thank you. Kiss of the Sun concentration. As their eyes flicker with the essence flowing through them, that golden hue taking over even the vibrancy of the sun itself in a brilliant twilight. I came to a tea house, and we were polite. I gave you a chance. I thought for once maybe some aspect of the darkness of this world would be courteous. But I'm still thirsty. And they pull the trigger.
Yes. So good.
That
So good.
That's a 3-point stunt.
Yes.
2 dice, 2 automatic successes.
Hell yeah.
Still thirsty.
I will full excellency this.
Do it.
Fuck yeah. Sorry.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
This is a lot of fucking
Goodbye,
dice.
Essence. I'll see you in a little bit.
Goodbye, brother.
You know what? I'll take the excellency points just out of my personal. And so with Kiss, which is 2, just the tiny little sun just appears as I do it. All right, so... And, let me add my accuracy bonus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Close range?
Yes, you are close range.
Alright, that's 1. 2 dice from that. Do I get my intimacy bonus against, hatred of creatures of darkness?
Not here.
Alright. Alright, so
Because this is more self-defense. Like, you are fighting a demon, but this would be like... I would award that if you were hunting a demon. This is more like... This is defense, yeah.
You're good. Alright, so... They're just making sure all of my negatives are accounted for. Oh, my specialty in Devil Casters, which I won't forget ever again, guys. Alright, so I need to roll these and 10 more. Let's get a total. Hang on.
So many
3,
D10s.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Onyx Path, I'm telling you guys,
11,
that
12,
5-gallon
13,
bucket,
15.
it's going to cost a lot of money. I understand that, but the real ones will buy it.
We will. We absolutely will. So this is a pool of 25. I did full excellency this time.
Hold on.
Ooh, that's a lot of 7s.
And if you ever need any more D10s, you can buy them at Modern Artifact.
Oh my goodness. Hang on. Alright, so 4 7s, 2 8s, 3 8s, a 9, and a 10 on the first roll. And I have 10 spare dice over here that I can roll separately to keep the successes out. And that is 1, 2, 3, 2 8s, a 7, and a 9. Jesus Christ.
That's a couple.
Alright. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 10s count twice, right?
On the attack roll, yes. And actually on withering attacks, on damage too, yeah.
Yes. So I have only 1 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10 is 13, 14. 2 automatic successes, 16.
16 successes?
16.
You want to know how many he rolled?
Less?
2 of them.
I'll
2.
Take, 14? Oh, he's
You're doing
crashing.
14 extra damage, rolling 14 extra dice.
Jesus Christ. Alright. And since
It's pretty good, I hear.
well, so I get my 3 automatics. Holy shit, how many dice is that? That's 28.
Well, hold on.
Plus 12?
Yep. But he also has soak.
Alright, yep.
And so you are going to reduce it by 10 because he has 10 soak.
10? Damn, alright. 4. Alright, so I'm rolling then. I can math. 18 extra dice.
Right. 18 dice total. Should be 18 dice total.
Yes. At 18 dice total with 3 automatics.
Yep.
Alright. 16, 17, 18. Alright, cool. Here we go. Come to Papa.
Substantial.
Alright, 1, 2. Tens count twice.
They do.
3, 4.
On withering attacks.
5, 6, 7. So 7 rolled. So, and then 3 for 10.
Cool. All right. So
Pretty good.
So it charges it, so it as it you sort of both go at the same time. It swings at you, and actually it manages to catch your wrist like underneath the catch your wrist like this. You use that momentum and spin it around and plant it on the floor, the staff end of it on the floor with it sort of propping your hand up. It's your barrel pointed directly into its chest. And you deliver that monologue that you gave and open fire. It knocks this thing back and sends it tumbling, and it's trying to sort of like get itself back up onto it. It gets itself back up onto its feet about 15 feet in that direction. Having tumbled, it actually tumbles. It hits the bar and tumbles over it behind it, and climbs up, sort of staring daggers at you. It is currently in crash because it is down to it is a -4 on initiative, and it bumped you up because it gave you plus 10 for the damage, +1 because you hit it, and +5 because you put it into crash. So that puts you up to initiative 22.
The most turn.
Yes,
dang.
that was great. I love that. That was awesome.
And finally for this first round, Beryl.
At 1.
Well,
love that.
You're actually at 5 right now. You don't hit 1 until next round.
Right.
This is still you're just the last one to go
Which
in
means
this
I
round.
have a chance to redeem myself
Yes.
a little bit. So obviously, decisive's the way to go. I'm going to use a withering, and I've yet to use ferocious biting tooth, where I get to add essence overwhelming on a withering attack. So, do lethal damage barehanded, but that's only super relevant when it's or lower of essence of strength to the attack roll on 6 extra successes on decisives. That will come later. So let me pop 2 motes for that baddie.
Pop, pop.
We're just burning through it here, but that's okay because at the end of the round I'll regain 5, right?
Yep.
That'll be delicious. Okay. So, And can I mix that personal and peripheral?
Of course.
One pool only. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
So the game plan is I still have 2 spiders that are being extra friendly. I have temporarily been walloped by one, and I've got the other one bound up, so I'm going to be letting go of the table for now, so that I can focus on the one that has struck me. And I think the simplest way that this is going to go down is Beryl is going to continue the momentum of all of the spins and just begin rolling away until I get to the wall, roll up the wall, and then spring off of it to then try and use the spinning momentum in a bit of a whirlwind blade and just, underhand sledgehammer against its chitinous, ugly mouth. Because no, bad spider, no fly for you.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. You are still using the environment, so yeah, that would be a 2-point stunt.
Okay, so I will burn 3 more essence for because I attack with strength with that other charm of mine that is a permanent, which is Deadly Claw Blow. So that'll put me at 1 automatic success, and then 5 extra dice, which will then just reduce my penalty completely and make it +1 net positive. So with my attack, that's normally 5 + 3. So plus the accuracy bonus from Deadly Beast Fangs, which is 4. So we're normally at 11. This means 12. Okay, 12's not bad for Withering. And I get 1 automatic success. And, unless I'm mistaken, overwhelming means that there's always 1 as long as it hits, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So 12 dice. And the accuracy bonus applies to withering, but not damage, correct?
Correct.
Like that. Okay. So we are. That's a lot of 6s. I don't love that. Oh, one of them was a 9. I feel better about it. All right. So the threshold is 7s is the lowest, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh. 6. All of 8 on 12 dice. That's including the +2.
So that's 8 to hit.
Yeah. Not phenomenal for me.
Well, phenomenal enough. These things are not the hardest things in the world to hit. You guys have to remember, like, a standard, like, defense in this game is going to be like 3 or 4. So 8 to hit.
Oh, that's fair.
Pretty good.
Also, 8 on 12 dice is well above average. Ew.
Well, that's 6 on 12 dice. And then I get the +1 for overwhelming and +1 for the stunt.
Yeah. So are you hitting the one that's on fire? Or the other one?
You know what? Hell yeah. Let's hit the one that's already on fire.
All right, cool.
Oh, wait. That one was already attacked. So isn't there a... there's an onslaught penalty.
Onslaught.
Yes, there is an onslaught penalty to it.
I just learned this. Yay.
Every benefit I can get.
Okay, so yeah, that is going to... And it's also the one that just hit you. So that is... So 8 to hit, that is going... You are going to hit with 5 threshold dice for damage.
Of that. So it's a freebie... Well, no. The only on decisive strikes do I get the bonus damage.
Okay.
But I'll take 5. Because obviously, like, the damage bonus does not apply on Deadly Beast Fangs, right?
I think so. It's you. At this point, I think you're better versed in lunar charms than I am.
Oh, I'm not. Do zeros count for 2?
On withering attacks, yes, they do.
Then a total of 3.
Okay.
Not bad for 5.
So that's going to put you up to 4 and put that guy down to 8 for the next round. Okay. All right, so that is the end of the first round. Everybody regained 5 motes of essence and reset any penalties that you may have received over the course of that round, or any defense penalties anyway. And we will go to the top of the order, which is, hold on, let me do some quick math here. Oh yeah, Cobalt at 22.
Yes.
Incredible.
I did have a question, by the way.
Sure.
Do I or should I know familiars are awful. Should I roll join battle for my familiar on where they take place in the initiative order? Because I don't actually have his stat block, or you decide when he goes and you can just roll that, because I'd prefer not knowing monster stats as a player.
Okay.
But, you know,
Let me figure out where
whatever you want.
Let me figure out where they're going. Okay.
For reference, chat, familiars in Exalted aren't particularly common. It's not like D&D.
All right. Okay. Yep. They will act this round, but we have a little time before we get to that. Cobalt, you're up.
All right. I'm just going to continue nonchalantly walking across the bar towards this individual as I cascaded them through the broken tables, flipping the Jade Devilcaster in my hand, whirring behind me, pouring in the air some of those delicious black diamond sands as I catch them sideways in the barrel with my cloud of ebon devils that I'm so familiar with as you need to reload in the middle of heinous situations like this. Again, I walk up very carefully, training the barrel on him, having him in my sights, feeling out that demonic essence, drawing a bead from the tip of Anshar, which is just an extension of myself and my own essence, connecting with him, the ley lines and chakras that burn through with demonic Yozi energy, and I once again pull the trigger. No quips this time, no nothing, just silent efficiency, because he chose to try and fight me that second time.
Okay. We're going to call that a 1-point stunt. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and you're going to roll. You said are you making this decisive, I'm assuming?
This is decisive, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll dexterity archery +2.
It's martial arts since I'm a righteous devil.
Correct. That's right. My apologies. Go ahead.
No worries.
Because I am a righteous devil. That is a hell of a sentence.
You know.
Is it bad that I'm thinking of like the real folk blues right now as your soundtrack?
No,
That's the goal.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, that's high praise.
And I will go big or go home because we just got 5 motes back and I'm feeling frosty. Since I'm going to,
ironically,
since I'm Cloud of Ebony Devilsing, that's 2, Blossoms 3. I'm taking Kiss of the Sun for 3 to get my aim dice from Blossom. So, Cloud of Ebony Devils is my reload, free aim action. Blossom is I will double 10s on decisive attacks. And Kiss of the Sun is I get my aim dice as damage dice. So, spending 18 motes, so I am low. It's all coming.
Oh, you are iconic.
I am going going full iconic. Also,
Have you described
I
your
also-
anima banner yet?
once before, not when Kyrie was in here.
So, what does this look like as you burned through this much essence?
So as Cobalt, hold on. No, I can't stand up. Well, I'm short enough. There we go. We adjust. So, I really need a hat. I really do. Cobalt pulls up their fire wand, just pointing directly at this lizard creature. And almost as if a gulf of wind takes the form of blue and gold tendrils fanning out behind them, a large Garda bird similar to a phoenix flaps its wings, flowing, and then it twists almost like it's doing a somersault as the wings condense down into themselves, spiraling tighter and tighter until they're at the point of the barrel of that gun, shooting forward, blasting beforehand as a spray of golden and osier feathers envelop the area through their very essence.
Such a Final Fantasy moment. You know, when they use their like big attack.
Alexander was an inspiration for this anima banner.
That's kind of Exalted shtick.
All right, let me do my initial roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Making sure I got all my bonuses. Sorry. Okay. Index. And then minus. All right. Come on, don't suck this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then second 10. Second. That's 10. Alright. It was 6 the first time. 10 total.
10 total?
Fuck it, I'll spend a point of willpower. 11.
11.
No. No. Sorry, the bastard was doing bastard crimes, so now he's in bastard jail. Cat can.
Look at that cat.
This Garda bird that you've summoned through your essence. There's an explosion of feathers of light from the end of your barrel, from the end of the barrel of your devil caster, and anyone who is able to see the projectile that flies from it sees the shape of what?
It's a meme. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, someone said a meme. I'm not laughing at you. I promise.
Can see the shape of that bird soar towards its target, and it finds its target and bursts through the other side, sending another explosion of golden feathers of light cascading through the room, lighting this room. This room looked like it was sort of in the late night twilight hours, in things lit by candlelight. It could be noon with the kind of light that is in here now.
Ice bowl.
And as the lizard is pinned to the wall with the force of this blast and slumps down over the table, and a moment later rears its head up, ichor leaking from its jaws, and the fury of Malpheus itself burning behind its eyes. Close, but no cigar.
Damn. Damn.
That was so good, though.
All right. And next up in initiative, we've got 2 spiders going at once.
Whoa.
One of them is on Kyrie.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Yes. And it missed with a bite the first time, which is weird because it could have sworn it was right there. It could see it was close enough for it to taste it, but doesn't understand how it could have missed. So it is going to try to lunge at you again to take a bite out of time.
Then I'm once again going to be. Oh, let's see how much it costs me. Use.
What's your defense right now? Your parry or your evasion?
I have. I was about to use the join adversity stance. It would cost me 2 initiative, though.
You only have 2 initiative. You probably don't want to put yourself in crash.
I probably don't want to do that. Sorry. That's the one thing I wasn't counting was my initiative. Whoops. My parry right now is 5.
Okay.
Then without that.
Would you like to stunt your parry to avoid it, or?
Yes, I would like to stunt my parry. If
Please
that's
do.
the thing I can do.
Absolutely.
I think for the purposes of flavor, not mechanics. She's still
Flavor in Exalted?
I know.
Please
it's crazy,
go.
right? So, for the purposes of this, she's still in that sort of joy and adversity stance from the prior turn when she avoided the bite.
Mm-hmm.
Having just parried away the first bite, and this time she sees it coming again, and she braces herself. Or essentially, she braces herself for impact. But in that moment, as she's watching the spider come towards her, she is doing Sherlock Holmes like calculations. You know, like that scene in Sherlock Holmes where if I punch him in the knee, he's gonna That's basically what she's doing.
Thank you for clarifying that, because my brain was immediately going to like Mind Palace, but no. Like this must register on an emotional level. Yeah.
Like this is a calculated if I hit them here, here, and here, that's gonna end this fight.
So
quickly.
what are you saying in your head?
In her mind, she is thinking back to her past battles. In her mind, this is all wrote for her. The only difference is her adversary. And to be honest, this is she's met uglier men than this spider. But yeah, so she is watching the spider's movements. She's especially taking note of how it moves on the leg that she almost severed, and is trying to figure out what's the fastest way to take this spider out and go help Beryl, who is also beset by spiders. Her first move is to block this creature's bite. She can't do anything until, she keeps this thing from attacking her.
Okay. What sort of creature did you fight in your past that would have been similar to this?
I think that maybe trying to think of the culture of the Blessed Isle and what kind of creature she might have faced. If there's anything similar.
Could have been anything. Could have been a rampaging behemoth of some kind. It can be anything you want. It's up to your imagination.
Okay. Well, think that
the Blessed Eye is fairly xenophobic, so anything that's trying to invade, they would fight off.
yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is maybe there's a type of creature that is used in battle, kind of like how elephants were used in war.
Yeah.
And she remembers how hamstringing it was the most effective defense. And
Sure.
so she is, like, to reveal her full intentions, if that's the route we want to go, she is thinking about cutting all of its legs off on one side to basically keep it from continuing anything temporarily.
You in your mind, you can picture a battle where you fought some mounted raiders, and they were mounted on basilisks, like 6-legged lizards. And you knew that, like any other kind of mount, if you take out one leg, it severely impedes them. But in the case of something with more legs, it's gonna be able to keep going if you just take out one. So that's what you can sort of envision as you're making this tactic. And that's like, if we do this cinematically, that's like we would see like a momentary flashback of you in that battle, going at, like, making the strike towards the basilisk, and as it's about to hit the basilisk, and the blade finds its purchase on the spider.
See, okay, so I wasn't clear on how defending works, which is why I didn't go further into detail. Am I allowed to, like, attack the spider in that way?
As a parry, yes. It's not going to be an attack roll. Like, basically, you're going to have to, like, follow it up. Well, okay, you're right, because I forgot we were doing the parry.
That's why, because I was like, that's not a stunt if you tell me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I would like to stunt, but I also don't want to break the rules.
Okay, so it's the image of a 6-legged thing sort of attacking you, and sort of just being able to sort of, like, go ahead.
I think that because I wasn't clear, so that's my bad.
No, it's okay.
I'd like to go back to here. All right, so she's thinking of the mounted cavalry.
Yeah.
That would be attacking, and the approach that they would take in battle as a general. And in this battle, they were out of ammunition and outnumbered, as they often are, because House of Cerci, this particular branch house, was basically just cannon fodder.
Sure.
To the dragon-blooded. And in an effort to turn the tide of battle, she had to do two things. The first of which was keep as many of her men safe as possible. And the second is get these people off their horses so that they could, or not horses, but like mounts, presumably any kind of mounts they want, basilisks, elephants, whatever creatures exist in this world, so that they can be at a disadvantage. Because mounted cavalry generally sucks on foot.
Yep.
Because they're specially trained for a reason. That said, her first prerogative is to try to wedge her blade into the creature's mouth. It is not an attack.
Right.
She is setting up for an attack.
Okay.
Because her first goal is to stop that attack.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's that. So that is going to bring your parry up to. We'll say that's a 2. So that's, what is your parry at right now again?
My parry's at a 5.
Okay, so that's going to bring it up to a 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, and as we sort of like come back into the scene of you sort of like catching it with the blade in its mouth, preventing it from moving forward without hurting itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that one. Mm-hmm. It missed. Another one is going to take some damage because it's on fire.
I wonder who did that. Oh my god. When you cast Fireball.
And you know what? It is actually going to take its action to put itself out. So
it's not swinging at me. I love it.
Yep.
Woo!
We'll say that. And finally, the last one that is going to swing at you, that first one that sort of punched through the table. It's actually going to try to web you up
Ooh, interesting.
to keep you from trying to flip around, Mr. Liquid Hedgehog Octopus Man.
How? I think this might be the time that I use this, and that's going to be a little ridiculous. But you're familiar with pseudomorphs, right? I think that's the
Pseudomorph, pseudopods.
Let me see. I think I got the term right. Yes. Okay. So, haven't done this on the stream yet before, so this is great. My barrel, with all of his interesting mutations, is going to do what normally happens as a defensive and evasive maneuver with octopi, but can work with cephalopoda, as they do carry some of the same traits. And I am going to ink into the webs as a way to redirect them while essentially like bending myself as flat as I can out of the way. Because yeah, a pseudomorph is what happens when an octopus releases ink and mucus to make a cloudy octopus-shaped like thing that distracts its prey as it gets out of the way. So yeah, nobody has seen barrel ink in public yet in this group, but that's gonna happen.
Aw, you made him ink.
And I will let you determine whether the ink can be used as an improvised parrying projectile or if it's evasion. I do have the mutation to have an ink thing.
So are you using the ink to blind the spider or to deflect the projectile?
Deflect the projectile.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a weird outside of the box thing, but that's kind of everything that Exalted's meant to be.
Okay.
But then episode 17, he just inked out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, I will allow that. And I'll give you a +1 on the your parry for that.
So back to 5, which is down to 1. Still
Okay.
better than 0. Yep.
All right, that is going to hit.
Fair enough.
And this the move he's using is actually a charm. Oop. Hey, thank you for the raid, Dyson Autism.
Hey!
Hello.
Autism,
Hey.
nice.
Hello.
Hey, Nate, how's it
Thank you for
going?
the same word twice.
Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining us. We're beating up demons.
Yep.
In fact, this one particular demon spider just threw a spear of spider health silk at him, at our friend Beryl. Yes, as I was about to say, the thing we're doing here, it's Silken Spike offense. The Anhul weaves a foot-long spike of hell silk and propels it at a target within medium range as a decisive attack with 10 dice that ignores up to 3 hardness. An enemy damaged by the spike suffers 1 lethal damage per round until she removes the spike, which requires destroying it or a difficulty 3 feat of strength.
Thankfully, I have advantages on feats of strength, but let's hope I don't get hit by it.
All right, let's.
It's bad that I immediately was like, oh, that would make a really good outfit.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's fair.
All right, so that does hit.
Oh, boo.
It's okay. These things happen.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I guess you get a super cool Hell Silk wrap. I feel like wrap's better.
Okay. You are going to take 3 lethal damage to your health track.
Ugh.
Oh.
And you have a spear of... You have a foot-long spear of hell silk stuck in a part of your anatomy. Being a lunar, that is a very fluid concept, but you cannot remove it. It's going to do an extra point of lethal damage every round until you can get it out.
That's fair. That's fair. That's what I get for accidentally poisoning myself at the beginning of the fight. But yeah.
Well, someone else can make that feat of strength for you too, or try to destroy it. So, like when the fight is over, of course. Okay, so that was both spiders and that. Okay, we are now moving on to the other spider in the room, the good guy one.
Oh, the good one. Oh, thank God.
The good one.
Let's see. First off, it is going to use Principle of Motion to move at blinding speed across the tea house to try to attack the one that just put itself out. As it sort of like is done rolling around on its back and gets back up onto its legs, there's that sort of ninja moment of like standing right behind it now. And it will make an attack roll and try to... it is also going to try to web it up. Web it up, little darling. Web it up.
You'd think as a species they'd be immune to their own toxins, but...
I was
Nah.
thinking the same thing of like...
Spiders in real life are not immune to each other's toxins. Think of it as our blood transfusions.
Yes.
Fair enough. I'm reminded of a particular like superhero TTRPG I played way back when, where we were like the 3rd or 4th generation of heroes, and in the early generations it was rough because mutations were random and not always co-effective, so you would gain the ability to light yourself on fire, but not gain the resistance to being lit on fire's damage.
So it is trying to ensnare this thing in webs, but is unsuccessful in doing so. They sort of go back and forth. Oh, wait, no, he has a penalty. He does, actually.
Oh, no.
No. The bad guy has a penalty.
Oh, the bad guy has a penalty.
So yeah, he is currently being ensnared in webs in Hell Silk. And then we move on to Beryl. It's your turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to go back to the Deadly Beastman page to quote, because this is going to be pretty useful. You add strength dice on feats of strength and movement actions.
There you go.
So, that's going to be super necessary, because I'm going to try and get this web off of me. So,
Sure.
What is the process for rolling a feat of strength?
That is going to be, you roll a strength athletics.
Okay, so that's normally 7. But then -6 because I've got so much damage. Well, 4 from the poison, 2 from the lethal damage now. So I'm going to burn 5 motes of essence.
Wait.
To
3 damage put you down to a -2 penalty?
yeah, ticking. I've got a -0, a -1, a -1, then -2 is the next unchecked box.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Lunars.
Yep.
So I'm going to, do that, and effectively, the way that I'm going to stunt this is Beryl is going to contract, contort, and tighten all of the muscles into his upper body to just try and, with as much strength as possible, like first crossing arms to be able to like get a grip on either side, because the motion to do this uses your entire back and shoulders, while the motion to do this only uses up to about here. So ripping laterally with all of the muscles in the back and just twisting all of the spindly bits of, Squidman into a force as he's ripping it off.
Okay. I'll give you a stunt.
Not use the environment on that.
I'll give you a stunt for that. Yeah, so go ahead and take two extra dice on the roll.
Okay, so instead of burning all the essence, it's 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 dice to roll. That's not bad. Target's 3?
3. Yep, 3 successes on this.
So I'll read off my dice. They are a 3, a 2, a 1, a 6, a 2, a 2, a 4, and a 0. I have 2, so I'm not successful.
That was real close to a botch.
It was had I botched, I honestly think he would have started choking on it, and like it would have had web in the gills and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, my action not super effective.
Okay.
I think I took gills. I'm not. Let me double check.
I mean, if you're an octopus, it's
They don't have
I have
gills.
a lot of mutation.
They just breathe through their skin like amphibians.
oh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
unusual hide, fangs, venom, ink sac, toxic sacs, and long reach for the squiggly.
Just all the sacks.
So no, I don't have gills. Yeah,
All the
full of
sacks.
sacs.
All the
Full of
stacks.
facts.
Man flesh, all the stacks.
Lunars really are the body horror of Exalted.
Yeah.
And somehow I am an appearance 5 exalt, so I am really attractive while being horrifying when I'm in my
Are you
natural
sure?
state.
Are you sure that it's
Wait.
attractive and not just appearance? You sure do
Wait.
have an appearance.
So,
I mean,
no.
Most monster fuckers would say.
Because you know what it is. It's the epic sax. Bow, ba ba da 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 bow, ba ba da 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 bow, ba da da.
Play that funky music, Squid Boy.
Yes. Okay, so speaking of funky squid boys, that was his turn on initiative. So, Radiant, you're up.
Anyway, question about turn order, or like action economy.
Yes.
You're fan. If I have a charm that is instantaneous, and then a charm that is reflexive, that is after. I have a charm that boosts my damage, and then I have a charm that says after your action is done, use this as a reflex. Can I use both charms in the same turn?
So the one that is done as a reflex sounds like it's a reflexive charm. What type of charm is the other one?
The other one is... Give me 1 second.
If it's...
Supplemental.
Yes, you can use both.
Cool. So, she aims back at the one, she's going to, oh no, I can't use fiery attack, because that's decisive only. We're not doing that. We have learned. So instead, I am going to use, this is not, sorry, for a second, I thought, okay, cool. Cool, because just making sure. I am not going to use the fiery arrow, because that's decisive only. I am going to use a withering attack on the one that put itself out.
Okay.
And the one it's still alive, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Screaming. Okay, so she sees that it had put itself out. She sees that it is near the familiar of Cobalt, and so she still had drawn her arrow, and she's looking at it, and she just no. And she pulls another arrow very quickly. She doesn't light this one on fire, but she doesn't even breathe. It's just like doesn't breathe, doesn't blink, just no, and goes for an extra attack. It's not an extra attack in action economy, but in what one would see, it just instantly.
Sure.
As soon as it puts itself out, it shoots at it for a withering attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do. I'll give you a 1 point stun for that.
Okay, so for withering, guide me through this again. So I have my normal stat.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and then my bow's.
The accuracy of your bow
Accuracy,
should be +5 because you're at short range.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then the extra
2 for the stun.
stun.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
Yes, Raiders, if you're still hanging out, this is Exalted. We roll shitloads of dice here.
To varying levels of effect.
Yeah, oh, of course.
And you-
See, that's the wonderful thing about it, is everyone thinks like, oh, you're rolling so many dice, you're going to roll so many successes. Yeah, but you also have just as many opportunities to roll ones on those dice, so...
Yeah, I just rolled 4 ones. But,
Oh, no.
But I did roll 2 10s.
Okay, good. Don't scare me like that.
So I got 6 successes.
6 successes? Oh, yeah. That...
Oh wait, sorry, 5 successes. 5 successes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hits real good.
And then I use my reflexive charm, one weapon, 2 blows, where I can immediately make a decisive attack.
Well, let's make that first attack.
Okay.
If you crash them, that's going to be super good. Plus,
Yeah.
I believe, does that then mean that the bonus initiative that they gain is then layered on as the damage in the decisive, if hits?
I think so. Let me double check.
Actually, no, it wouldn't. Because the new initiative doesn't take effect until the next round.
Right, which is why I was still technically at 5, not 1. Okay,
Right.
that tracks.
Okay, cool.
As long as it's consistent in both cases, yeah.
I mean, you can still do that. You'll only be rolling 3 dice for that decisive attack.
Right now?
Yeah, if you did for 1 weapon, 2 blows.
I mean, I could just wither it further. Just, like, pin more of its arms.
Do you have the page for 1 weapon, 2 blows?
I can just read you the thing. It's...
I want to make sure 1 weapon, 2 blows works for archery.
Oh.
Because I thought it was a melee charm.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. It is melee. I forgot that melee only isn't range.
Yep. Sensing an
I
opening.
Apologize.
That is okay. But you know what? Using 2 arrows, that is absolutely a valid stunt. So it's that, like, you want to Robin Hood this shit? You can Robin Hood this shit.
I will Robin Hood that shit next time. I will cross that out. I am so sorry.
That's okay. But you still rolled 6 successes, so you're going to roll the damage of your weapon plus, in this case, 3 threshold dice.
So the damage of my weapon, it says 12.
Yes.
Right?
So you're going to roll 12 plus... So you're going to roll 15 dice for damage.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. May I excellency this?
Not damage, no.
Okay. May I stunt it?
Absolutely. No, actually, because the stunt is supposed to go on the roll, on the
Got
attack
you.
on the attack roll, and any dice that you would get from that goes into the threshold damage. So you
I see
you
and
kind of already did.
Understandable. I got you. We learn together, but
Yep.
hear me. Let me roll these 15 dice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so many tens.
Okay, so I fucked up. I'm gonna re-roll. I didn't see which one of those, because there were so many. I didn't see which one of those were the ones that I put aside, and which one of those I was rolling, and I'm so sorry.
That is
I'm just
okay.
I didn't see any of the outcomes.
That
so
is
hang on.
absolutely okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's the euphoria of rolling that many dice. Believe me, I get it. It's...
13. I should have got my dice tray. I'm so sorry. I had a great dice goblin moment. And
Yeah.
put those other 3 to the side.
Yeah, dice goblins. This is your game.
It's it.
You
Do we
need
count?
so many dice.
Do we count double tens or no?
On withering attacks, yes.
Nice.
Yep. Hilariously, Exalted is the one game that I don't play with only custom-made from human hands dice, because it is the one game where I will not have enough D10s to make it work.
So Modern Artifice,
I mean,
everyone's favorite dice
when
maker.
when we're done with this, I will make a set for each of us for the characters we are playing, and then also Will.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to send you unleash the pair of arrows that you had knocked, and it catches him in the side, and they sort of like embed themselves into its chitin, knocking him over with the force of the power bow. You have crashed him, so.
Yay.
You are going to get... That is going to put you up to 15 initiative for the next round.
and that's when you want to do the decisive.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna light stuff on fire.
Next up, Kyrie, it's your turn.
Yay. It's me.
It is
I was
you.
back at the initiative order because I
Yep.
pushed a bunch of buttons and found out
Good.
the hard way. This is why you do these things.
Because you decisived,
Okay.
cool. And then you did a charm that cost you initiative, so...
Yes.
So,
Ta-da!
yeah.
That's fine. This is fine. We're fine. I'm
Yeah.
going to choose to do withering attack. And I was just actually looking at my skills to see if anything applies while hoping my cat doesn't accidentally turn on the internet. But anyway, so I actually just realized I think can use Secrets of Future Strife to mess with my initiative every round. It doesn't specify like at the beginning, but like I guess it needs to be at the top of the round.
yes.
As my essence, am I correct in that assumption?
That's what it looks like.
Just so I know for next time. Yep, just so I know for next time. But all right, so I'm not using that. I would like to spend some motes to use Blade of the Battle Titan again, for a withering attack this time,
Okay.
and it adds +1 to the enemy's wound penalty. Price of post-soak withering or decisive damage, but I don't think I get anything like extra, because the little extra thing only applies to decisive damage.
Yep.
I would also like to stunt that to see if I can get some extra dice.
Absolutely. What are you going to do?
So Kyrie currently has her sword lodged in this thing's mouth, and I think she we don't have penalties for disengaging in this game, thank God, or at least not in the traditional sense that I know it. So I think she's going to What I would like to do, I don't know how possible, is Kyrie is going to pull herself away from the spider, not like full disengage, but like dislodge her blade from its mouth, disengage, and retake her stance to try and cut off the leg that she's already started on. She's already started to sever. She's essentially going with that plan that we had talked about earlier, about to kill its mobility.
Sure.
And she resets her stance with a flourish. It happens very quickly. Her blade remains that same sort of red, glowy color as she wordlessly fixates on the goal of immobilizing this creature. And you can see that just the faintest, and this is just flavor things, the faintest glimmer of purple in the back of her dark eyes as she does a series of what looks to be complex cuts that are meant to relieve this creature of the offending limb that has already been offending enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. So it's dexterity, martial arts, plus the accuracy of your weapon, plus 2 points for the stunt.
Okay, so two points or
Sorry,
two dice?
2 dice for the stunt.
Nice. Okay, so say that again slowly.
So it's dexterity plus martial
Dexterity,
arts.
That's 4. It's 8.
Plus the accuracy of your weapon.
Yes, the accuracy of my weapon.
It was
it says +3. Is that correct? It says ACC +3.
Yep. So it's going to be 3 more for that.
The 3 more dice. So
Yep.
that's 11.
Yep.
Plus.
And then 2 more for the stunt. So 13.
My brain. 13. Thank you. I was like 13, not 14. Me. All right. 13 dice. Lucky 13. Let's go. 6 successes.
6 successes. That hits. So 6 successes with
the bonus of whatever bonus I get from not Secrets of Future Strife, the other one.
Right.
Blade of the Battle Maiden.
Fear of Sorrows?
Well,
Blade of the Battle Maiden is the term.
We'll do that in just a second because that is post soak. So
okay.
That is going. So you're gonna hit it with. You said 6 successes, so that's gonna be. 2. So you are gonna roll the damage with 4 threshold dice.
Okay. And my weapon says it does a +12 on damage. Do I add that?
Yep. So you're gonna roll a grand total of 16 dice for damage. Excuse me, 16.
Fine.
You're gonna roll 16 dice minus the thing's soak, which is 8. So you're gonna roll 8 dice for damage.
Oh, boo. Thought I was gonna roll some dice.
Sorry.
All right. It's fine. Here we go. Roll high dice. 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. That is gonna put you up to 7 for the next round, and it down to 3.
And that's with the bonus from the charm.
And with that charm, actually, go ahead and roll 3 more dice for me.
Okay. 3 more dice. Let's go.
What's your strength?
Hold on. Strength?
Yes.
Strength is... I have 3 pips in strength.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll 3 dice.
Okay. And it was 3 successes, and one of them was a 10.
Oh, okay. That's even better. That puts him down into -1, which means that is going to put you up to 12. That's actually going to put you up to 13 next round.
Lucky 13. Yay!
Alrighty. And last but certainly not least in this round, the lizard.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the leg gone or no?
The leg is not gone, but you managed to knock him over. It's sort of like
Okay.
it's sort of like caught it with it used sort of like another leg to catch it, but the sort of expecting to be able to sort of catch your sword, but you had put like so much oomph behind it, so much force behind it that it sort of took it off all of its legs and sort of it fell over. So it's all the legs are still
Goal
attached,
achieved.
but it's fallen.
Goal achieved. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. It is very angry at you,
Lizard.
Cobalt.
Yep.
Rage between friends.
I am. Yeah,
Cobalt, are you wearing armor?
I am. I have a buff jacket on. Well, buff duster, but you know.
Oh, it's
I'm just
decisive.
imagining
Fuck.
a very in shape duster right now.
Oh, that might work. Hold on. Give me just a second. Oh, that's fun. Oh, but it's perilous. He can't do that because he's crashed. That's also
I'm very
perilous.
terrified of
All
this
of these offensive charms are either decisive only or perilous, which specifically means decisive only means it can only work on decisive attacks, and you can't make decisive attacks while you're crashed. And perilous is a keyword that says you can't use this while you're crashed. Well, you have lucked out because basically all it can really do is use the edge of this it also has multiple legs. It has 8 legs. It's been standing up on its on its very hind ones to interact with you. And basically, it's going to use all 4 of its its 4 front legs to use it to lunge over the bar at you, holding its bident in its other, in its sort of third set of limbs as it charges at you.
Can I stunt a parry on this thing?
Please, of course you can.
So, seeing as my last all-out assault had almost little to no effect on it, me being terrified.
Actually, hold on. What weapon are you using to parry?
My caster.
You can't parry with a ranged weapon.
No? Can I use my free hand to martial arts?
I don't think so. I think they're like specific.
Lethal is the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's coming at you with it is lethal damage.
Oh no, it's righteous devil form that gives you the.
Okay.
Yep, we're not there yet. All right. So I'm gonna try and dodge then.
Okay. Let me just make sure I'm not talking out of my ass on that one.
Yeah, so second pair of Righteous Devil form. While in this form, the Righteous Devil can use fire once effectively by using the butt and the handle as bludgeons. They're treated as medium weapons for bashing, martial arts, shield tags. And doesn't say anything about parrying in that either, actually. But maybe if you can use it as a shield, then.
Hold on a second. Yeah, characters wielding ranged weapons such as bows or chakrams cannot parry.
All right. Dodge it is.
Okay.
All right. So in seeing them trying to lunge forward at Cobalt, they're going to go and swing over one of their legs to the tea tables, kicking it on its side, trying to like toss it up into the air as they roll to the side, displacing it between the two of them to try and put as much distance between this thing and them as they can.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you a +1 on that.
All right.
Which brings your evasion up to what?
So it's minus wound penalties from the total modifier, or is it half?
Total modifier.
All right, so that is 3. So that's a 2.
Okay. That is gonna hit.
All right.
And what is your soak?
3.
With,
and hardness does not apply to withering, right?
even with the buff jacket? How much does the buff jacket give you?
Oh, sorry, 4. 4 total.
Buff jacket only gives you 1?
No, buff jacket gives you 3.
Your buff jacket and what you get from having toughness.
Stamina.
Stamina, thank you.
Yeah, 4.
So you get...
Oh, your stamina's only 1. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm not built for the streets.
Oh my god.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Cobalt's the only one who doesn't have muscles.
Oh, wait, this is an initiative shift, isn't it? Because you crashed him, and now he's about to crash you.
Oh no.
What does it mean to crash?
Crash means negative initiative.
Oh, I see.
While suffering initiative crash, if you are able to crash the opponent who crashed you, you instantly return to base initiative and make a join battle roll, adding the result to your initiative. Your turn is then refreshed. Any combat or movement actions you have used that turn are reset, allowing you to act again immediately. However, should this renewed action be used to attack, you can only attack the character you shifted against.
Gotcha.
All right.
Understood.
This is...
So, can you excellency dodge? Oh, I don't even have a. Never mind. That's an irrelevant.
I was gonna
question.
say if you tick the box, then yes, but oh boy.
Nope.
Good
All right.
times.
So that is going to be up to 1, 2. It's going to put him up to... So it says refresh to base. So that would normally put him up to 7. but he's going to be put up to 3, and it's going to put you down to -2.
All right.
So what is his join combat? It puts him at 7, ironically.
Oh, jeez.
So he rushes you, and he refreshes, so he gets another action. He rushes you. Your buff jacket is mundane, right?
Yes.
And that hissing noise that it's been making this whole time, that rustling leaves sound.
Oh, I hate that.
It creates this. It starts to focus. Everyone else here stops hearing it. Cobalt, it becomes deafening for you. Until it becomes this keening screech. Oh. Oh, okay, it did. What is your what is your dodge again right now? 2, you said?
Right now it is a 1.
It's a 1. Okay.
Nope.
So this attack is going to hit. This is a decisive attack.
Yep.
As this keening, almost ray of sound hits your buff jacket square in the chest, and you can feel it like dent and press into your chest, and you can feel it start to vibrate, and then it shatters. Pieces of the metal underneath the fabric exploding out and shredding the robe, the jacket that was housing these metal plates. And you're going to take 4 damage to your health track.
What?
Well, that puts me well past in cap.
Hold on.
So does that mean that you're incapacitated now?
I might be
In caps,
dead.
the last step before.
Oh no, don't be
yeah.
dead.
Yep.
This could be really bad.
Be pretty freaking. Wish I had like a Prince of Persia rewind time spell, but I don't.
That'd be pretty clutch.
Yeah, it would.
Okay. I'm just going to read the rules here on this thing, because I want to make sure I'm not missing a word here. Against a target wearing armor, the damage roll for The damage roll for a successful decisive attack doubles 10s and ignores hardness. Armor made of mundane steel shatters into irreparable pieces, while artifacts suffer -4 soak and -2 hardness until restored with the repair project. Outside combat, they may use this charm to automatically and instantly succeed at a strength 10+ feat of demolition. Doing so removes the charm's initiative cost, but requires them to meditate for 5 minutes before using the charm. Okay. So because it is a sound thing, I'm going to say that this was bashing damage. You are not dead, but you are knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, bashing cannot kill. It can do a lot of other things, but killing is not on that list.
Well, if you take... actually, let me check something. That reminds me, there might be a save involved with going unconscious, because you're only like down if you fill up with lethal damage, and then you're dead.
And my hardness innately doesn't apply to this, right?
Correct.
All right. When does hardness apply?
Hardness, they need to have it basically when a decisive attack, when you determine whether a decisive attack works or not, is if you have more dice than the hardness of your target, it works. If you don't, the attack doesn't work.
Fair. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Oh. Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
No, this is good news, actually. All right. Crippling. The Chosen of the Gods heal most injuries perfectly. It takes a truly profound wound to even leave a scar as a reminder, much less to permanently cripple an exalted hero. Moreover, crippling injuries can change a character's image and concept, ruining a player's enjoyment. He didn't sign up to play a one-armed boxer or a prince with no nose. As a result, crippling injuries are voluntary in Exalted, and may be taken at the behest of the player controlling a character. Your character won't lose an eye, a hand, or a limb unless you want him to. So why would you want that? You might decide that losing an eye would be a cool long-term reminder of an epic duel, or you might think it's better to suffer a terrible, debilitating injury than to die. While crippling injuries are difficult to mend, they're not impossible once exalted physicians or gods with powerful healing miracles enter the picture. Here's how it works. Once per story, a player whose character has just suffered a physical damage may choose to ablate it by accepting a crippling injury instead. The character must take a minimum of 2 health levels of lethal damage to accept a crippling injury after the damage negated. If this would leave him incapacitated or dead, he instead simply marks off his last health box before incapacitated. 1 to 2 health levels. By negating this much damage, the character suffers maiming that impairs the function of some body part or sense. He might lose half the fingers on one hand, or an eye, or half a foot. 3 to 4 health levels. By negating this much damage, the character loses an entire sense or useful extremity. He might be blinded or blinded completely, or have his tongue cut out, lose a hand, or suffer maiming of his generative organs. 5 health levels. By negating this much damage, the character loses a limb, most of an arm or a leg gone. So, if you would like to negate this damage, you can use this once per story caveat to lose something. Up to you.
The dice tell a story.
Okay. But once again, this is not a necessary. The dice tell a story. This is true, but you have the ability to affect that story as well. This is your ability to affect that story.
I'm sorry. That was me saying yes. I'll take it.
Gotcha.
The dice enabled this opportunity.
Right. Okay. So.
The story ride.
All right. No, so this is 4 health levels. And you know what? Because you know what? And because I want to, because I don't know how many health levels you have right now before taking this. If you want to negate just 2 of those health levels, you can do the 2 health level option. Or you can negate all 4 and take the... Basically, if you negate 2 health levels, it's going to impair a function. At 4, if you negate 4 health levels, it's going to remove a function. Basically, it's going to blind you, like completely blind you, or lose a hand entirely. Negating 2 health levels will make you'll lose an eye, lose fingers, that sort of thing.
This is one of the few options that can happen happen organically in a game.
Mm-hmm.
I will take the cool eye scar / blind in one eye thing. Because this is the option.
Okay.
Of like, I'll get 2 health levels. I'll still drop unconscious because that'll still put me at incap.
Okay.
But I'll take the cool guy, survive somehow eye scar thing.
So what? Yeah. So
to
what?
be fair, that is kind of the archetype.
Mm-hmm.
So as one of I won't get into excruciating detail on the scar, but one of the shards of your armor sort of flies upward and across your face.
I get to wear an eye patch at Exalted now.
I hope our friend that volunteered to make the art hasn't finished yours yet.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe they have.
Okay. All right, but you also drop unconscious.
Yep.
Or incapacitated, as that wound is grievous enough to warrant you figuring out, what do I do now? So, that was the lizard. Okay. Next round. Everybody regain 5 essence.
Okay.
And at the top of the order, Radiant. I cannot hear you.
That's why we do withering attacks. So Radiant sees Cobalt go down, and in their mind, I'm playing to an intimacy. In their mind, it's immediately like, this is Cobalt may be a different shape, but it's another soldier down again.
Yeah.
And Cobalt may not be one of their women, but he is in her mind.
Sure.
Like, one of Radiant's women is just a title, like, for her.
Yeah.
Like, they have become one of Radiant's women in the past 24 hours, because it's been a rough 24 hours.
In the words of the worst possible dub of Akira, it's a soldier thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been the world's longest 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think she just instantly, like, impossible anime physics hops up to the table next to her so that she can, get the perfect vantage point on, like, just get that height that an archer craves onto that lizard. that got Cobalt.
Yep.
And she's gonna make a... Was there a withering attack that was made on it already, or no?
He did a decisive... He did a withering attack to get himself up, but that follow-up attack was decisive, so it did reset his initiative to 3.
Okay, so I have to do a withering attack again.
No,
okay.
Your initiative is currently 15. You can do enough damage. You have enough damage to pass his hardness now.
Word. So I'm going to do what I wanted to do before. The machinations in my mind are an enigma. And so yes, I'm going to first use fiery attack, and then later, if it works, use 1 weapon 2 blows.
That's only for melee.
Right. I almost slammed my head into the table out of frustration just now.
Just friendly reminder.
I took it out. I did take it out. But I will still use fiery attack because using fire on a bitch is deserved. And it's what Cobalt would want.
Yes.
So she hops up to the, she just growls in frustration, hops up onto the table, like anime physics style, and she's still holding the bow and just shoots right into it. But within the sniper archer pose, just like right vantage point into it.
Nice. All right.
With the fiery arrow attack.
All right. Beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and roll dexterity archery.
Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 5. Did I get anything for that stunt?
Yeah,
I'll not recognize this.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 dice for that stunt.
Awesome sauceum. No whammies, no whammies, no. Oh, move the dice out of the way this time. Okay. No whammies.
Hashtag justice for Cobalt.
SI justice for Cobalt. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 5 successes. And he is now on fire.
That hits. Go ahead and roll 15 dice for your damage.
Thank you, Beryl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sorry, hold on. If I'm actually like...
10. Yeah, you're all twisted around. You're like, nice.
I had to think about that, but I'm like, wait a minute. No, I'm a little bit... Yeah.
You're a little messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no! Never mind. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Don't eat any of them. Okay. 1. It's divisive, so I don't double tens, right?
Correct.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
7 successes.
Pretty good.
And the lizard is on fire.
7 damage.
Hey.
You loose your arrow, and in the blink of an eye, it sails across the tea house. skewering the head of the lizard.
Yes.
And in that moment, like, it goes through the lizard's head and sort of like sticks there, like you know those old timey like things, like the head pieces that's like the arrow sticking out. It's like that. And as it just kind of stands there, its jaw kind of like slacked open, it looks over in your direction, and as it does, his head ignites.
Yes.
And he drops.
For Cobalt. The new t-shirt.
All right. Hold on. Just let me see. What time is it getting to be?
Until 11.
Okay. So I'm actually going to say that since we have a player incapacitated, and we have taken out the strongest of the demons in this fight, and it was his presence that had summoned the other annuals here, I'm going to say that the other annuals sort of stop and look over at the fallen lizard, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. It has one in the book somewhere. And they just kind of like look up at all of you and begin sort of like cowering away.
I think the first thing Barrel's going to do, since I take a lethal every time that I've got the spider silk on me, is try one more feat of strength, stunting it a little bit better this time, to get out of it.
Yes, morphine. It's basically skitter for your lives. It's one of those things of like, they like very slowly start to like back away, and when it's clear that they've gotten far enough that they have enough of a head start on you, if you do decide to chase them, they make a bolt for it and skitter out basically through the walls, almost as if the walls weren't there.
Pick up my sandal and I start throwing it.
Just get out. The universal chancla. Get out of here.
Adjacent to that, Barrel's going to rotate the arm to the same side, pull from one direction to try and rip the web, and this time run and ram that shoulder against the wall, grinding against the walls of the tea house in a circle, as he's just sprinting along the wall, trying to have like the friction of the wood slamming into him, paired with the ripping from the other direction, tear off the webbing.
Like lunars.
I will say you are going to take one lethal point of to a health level.
Already marked it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so go, because using your environment, go ahead and roll that with 2 stunt dice and an automatic success.
Cool. I will. Let's see. So it's -6. And I would normally roll 7 with athletic. I'm going to do 3. It'd be 1 to start, and then I'll do 3 plus the 2 stunt dice. And then with that automatic success, if I just get 2 successes, I'm free. But I don't want to burn up all of my essence again, because the pot's running low. So that's 1 success on the dice and 1 automatic.
Spend a point of willpower?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a point of willpower.
There you go. That's the 3rd success.
Okay. Thank you. I forgot that I could do that.
So with you basically do a full lap of the tea house until you just finally like and it's it was stuck in there. And
that'll happen.
Yep, that's what happens when you fight demon spiders. You know, it's
It happens.
As the old saying goes.
You also and after the chaos of battle, Beryl and Kyrie, you now see what Radiant has already seen. Cobalt is down.
Mary has a moment where she looks to Radiant in the way of two people who are militarily trained might look at each other. There's a sort of knowing of what needs to happen as she very carefully shakes Demon Icar off her sword and like in that very samurai-esque way, and like resheathes it very carefully. And she strides with a very determined look to Cobalt. Because Kyrie is trained in field medicine. And there is a dramatic push of her cape as she kneels down towards Cobalt and checks for a pulse to see if it can be saved. I love the actual reenactment.
Points for role playing.
Kyrie, I would like you to roll perception medicine for me.
Perception medicine.
And you can take a 2-point stunt. Two dice for the stunt on that.
Okay. 2 dice for the stunt. Perception. That's one of the keys, so that's 4. Medicine, +1.
Mm-hmm.
Then, because field medicine is a specialization, do I get anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you add the specialization to your dice pool.
Okay, so
However many points that is, that's
One.
so
smart.
far, military training. So let's see, that's 1. Perception is 4, so that's 5. How many dice do I add for the specialization?
1.
1. So that's 6, and then I'm adding 2 more for the stunt, so that's a total of 8.
Yep.
All right, let's cast some dice. 6 successes.
Si-
Double tens.
Oh, yeah, that is. He is unconscious. There is a lot of blood, but he does not seem to be like bleeding out.
May I flavor this just a little tiny bit?
Please do.
I think that as Kyrie is going through the normal things that you would do to make sure that he's not bleeding out, he's not mortally wounded, he's not already dead on impact or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie also begins to see his thread of fate that all creatures have that ties them to their destiny.
Okay.
And the words that leave her mouth are simply, "The story does not end here."
Yeah. He's like I said, he's his breathing is slow, but it's happening. Fair amount of blood, not bleeding out. The eye is toast.
Yeah. I think she starts the work of like trying to patch him up to the best of her ability. I don't know what supplies she arrived with.
Not much, but you can find some clean cloths around here. You are in a tea house, so basically what they would have used for like cleaning. You can sort of
Boiling water.
you can get boiling water to help clean wounds. And
After testing it for poison first?
Yeah,
Since
of
apparently
course.
that's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so she sets about this work.
Yep.
Kind of with that knowledge in mind. Having spoken it aloud for everyone
Yep.
to hear as well.
Also, Beryl, I would like you to roll
Yes.
stamina resistance for me.
Yeah, it's that poison bit. Beforehand,
Oh,
am I able to?
I have
You have?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
antidote stuff that I had made a
Yay!
while back.
Yep.
So I
Yeah,
give him
Beryl will
that.
just look over at Radiant Star and just go, "Hey, so the stuff you made in the kitchen, get please."
Yep. And
And then
just,
I will drink that down.
Okay. Then go ahead. So roll that with I'll call that a 2-point stunt.
Okay.
Because
So,
it is you
one auto and
Interacting.
exactly.
All right. Thank God. This might actually like prevent me from dying later.
Super important.
Okay. You know what? I'll take that. That is 2 9s and a 10. So that's a total of 5 successes then, with the bonus one from the 2 die.
So you swig down. What did the antidote look like? Was it liquid, powder? What was it?
We said it was liquidy.
It was liquidy. Okay. So you swig down a bit of that antidote, and like as soon as it hits your gullet,
Gullet.
yeah, like it gets it as like you can feel like it's kind of a viscous fluid, not full like honey, but kind of like cough syrup kind of thing. And so you can sort of feel it coating your esophagus, and as soon as it like hits one of like the more important digestive bits, it is shall we say it's fast acting.
Suddenly sober.
Yeah, it is one of those things. It's to quote one of the lesser known Python movies. If someone asks you how you're doing, you say better, and they will say, "Better, sir. Better get a bucket."
So we're in a tea house that has actual tea in it, right?
Yes, you can find actual tea in here.
So
Full on Mr. Creosote into
Poison.
or against a desk somewhere.
Radiant actually does begin to because she trusts, but she sees Kyrie is doing what she can with Cobalt, and so she's like, well, that, and points at the squid is happening. She goes through all the teas and looks for other things that can help with poison, because apparently this demon house is rife with poison. And we
Okay.
got 2 people already, so she starts looking for like licorice and ginger and all these other things, and fantasy ipecac and
Sure.
Fantasy
And,
ipecac, I love it.
marshmallow root and all these other things that'll help people
Cool.
get their poison out.
So I will have you roll. Give me intelligence survival.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. While we're figuring things out, I'll take this opportunity. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that doesn't apply. Okay, sorry. So that's 7. 1, 2. One, two, three. 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you're able to find some. I'll say you're able to find some ginger. Ginger tea's very very popular on the Isle. So it's, and given that that's what this was built around, you're also able to. Yeah, 3. So you find some ginger. You find some licorice. You also find some slippery elm.
Okay.
And yeah, but there's also all sorts of other plants in here that you don't recognize, and seem to be angry that you found them. So you probably best to leave those ones alone.
The plants are angry?
They've been found. I mean, they've been playing hide and seek forever.
So, Which is to say, Beryl, you are no longer poisoned.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
The -4 is gone. The -2 remains.
Yep. You're a little drained. Could probably use a glass of water, but well, you are no longer feeling the lock.
Socrates said, or
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Kyrie sort of like gives once like the eye has been carefully like sort of wrapped with like the cleanest cloths she can find, because there's no way to find a standard issue eye patch in a tea house.
Right.
Sort of gives Cobalt's face like a pat, like, hey, dead, kind of a pat. Anka, you dead, man? But no, she's not saying that. But yeah, like, pick up.
Hold on. Let me find the things for recovering health. I know it takes some time.
In caps specifically up to the storyteller.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
This is determining whether or not you have to be carried out or just need a shoulder to lean on.
I will say that because I don't want to I don't want them to, drag your unconscious body around, and I don't want to deny, a player the experience for longer than we have to. I will say that it is in this moment you kind of come to.
I was
Find
hoping
you
for
some willow
weekend
bark.
that she who lives in her name, but I mean I guess we're not.
Weekend at Barney's joke.
Oh. I'm still here.
Good.
Oh.
I nearly lost you.
What?
But she looks at, she like gives you this hard look that you can only see with one eye because the other eye is gone. And she says in a very stern, like with a very stern face, "You lost your eye because you're reckless. I hope you've learned your lesson now."
I slap your arm like a mother, like I slap Kiri's arm like a mom would. Just like,
Ouch.
no need, like absolutely no need for that.
Just she's very direct, like you lost your arm because you're an idiot. And gets smacked by Star. What?
Also,
it is the truth.
Radiant Star finds some willow bark, which is a
Aspirin.
which is aspirin, and just shoves it in the mouth of Cobalt. Just chew on this a lot. You're going to be in just so much pain.
I'll eat part of a tree if it helps me feel less pain.
No,
I
you're
just
right.
have
That's
both
what.
hands.
Oh, I give you just a little bit of the ginger because we should save some of it. But I give you ginger.
I've been
That'll
in
save
This
pain
one's
for
spicy.
days.
This one's barky.
I think Kyrie just very like dutifully like kind of puts her shoulder under your arm, Cobalt, to get you on your feet. And like continues her thought despite being smacked, and says, "A reckless soldier loses his life on the battlefield. You should rely on others more rather than jumping in head first."
I wasn't reckless. I thought I had it. I've been pushing myself ever since we got here.
That is respectable, but in a place like this, you must use all your resources, no?
Yes.
What good is it to think you have something when in the end you end up losing more than you intended?
That's fair.
To your credit, at least you lost your eye in battle. She sort of lowers her voice so she doesn't get hit again. She doesn't get hit again, and says, "Didn't do it drinking tea."
I'll no longer accept drinks from strangers, I promise.
Don't you pay attention to the old myths? You're not supposed to drink and eat
Star and
anything.
her 4 idiot kids.
Yes.
I really need some succor and respite.
Kyrie looks to Star. Should we stay here or try to find a safer place than this?
Radiant says, and I'm not using the voice entirely.
That's okay.
Radiant says that they should probably stay in there since if the monsters were already in there, they're not gonna they're less likely to go back into the same place. Not impossible, but less likely.
Most of our wounds were inflicted by poison that a lot of us have suffered. I'd like to attempt to use a lore action here and inject some lore into the world of Exalted.
Okay.
What is the name of the lizard demon?
Oh, it is. I got
the type.
the what?
The type.
The type, yes. It is something that I took from second edition. If you will allow me just a moment to bring the second edition book up.
Jumping genres on us.
No, not genres, just editions.
Well,
and it is. And I was sort of using a couple of different picking and choosing a couple of different moves from a couple of different stat blocks of third edition creatures. Let me see. That's what it was. It was it's an amphalesia.
So I would like to put out a lore roll within the world of creation that we are in. As my lore action for this scene, that amphalias actually, while they are incredibly poisonous and control individual or venomous and control creatures that are naturally
Thank you.
you're welcome. There's a difference. Towards them, a lot of their organs and parts can be harvested that can be refined into medicines that can speed up the recovery of wounds afflicted by those things. Similar to a Komodo dragon, on how all of the bacteria and things that are in them are incredibly contagious, necrotic, etc., can also be refined to speed up healing processes of wounds afflicted by them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, intelligence lore, because that's introducing a fact.
All right. Okay. I will spend a point of willpower on this.
Okay.
I don't have any lore abilities, so I can't use an excellency. Just trying to maximize my chance of not screwing this up here.
Yeah.
Does my specialty in Creatures of Darkness count to this?
Yes.
All right. Oh, that's at least 2 3 8s, a 10, an 8, a 7. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Damn, on how many dice was that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
8 successes
Nice.
on 9 dice. That's pretty damn good.
It was. I got 1 10, and then it was 8 8 8 8 7 7. So.
Yeah. So yes, the there are certain certain glands of the amphilegia are able to can be used to neutralize toxins.
Oh, please go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. It does require some working. Does require a little bit of geomancy, but it can be done.
Gonna be real, gals and pals and exalts and all that. Cerci the person has like 10 minutes left in them.
Nope. Believe me, I understand. I'm trying to wrap up. So I think that should be our cue to call it for this session at the moment. And there was a couple of things that I wanted to sort of introduce, but we're not going to have time for that. We'll pick it up next week. So thank you everybody for playing. Thanks to everybody in chat for hanging out. Let's do some experience points real quick. Everybody get 5 experience points for showing up.
Yay!
Expression bonus. Who played up some intimacies? Radiant, I know you did.
Yay!
And in fact, you also kicked some butt. So as a Dawncast, you're going to gain a grand total of 4 solar experience.
Yay!
Cobalt, you played up some intimacies by getting right up in the grill of some creatures of darkness. And did you do anything? Nerdcast this session?
The recent lore thing should count.
I mean,
I
did
Yeah,
literally
yep,
just
you did. Yeah,
do
you
it,
introduced some knowledge, your understanding of the medical benefits of the amphilegia. Beryl.
No, this wasn't a social one.
That's
So.
I'm working on it. Wait till you guys find out what's outside this tea house.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's really no roll bonus that I can get for putting a social setback on an adversary or exploiting a cultural tradition.
Yeah, it was.
And I didn't bend on any intimacies this time, so that's none for me. But that's okay.
It was a combat session.
I mean, unless you count your poisoning as a social setback, because you did get that drinking tea.
And Kyrie.
Hi. I
Let me just double check. Did you play up any? Did you play up any intimacies this time?
I don't. Oh, let me see. She's got. No, I don't think so. Well, I guess you could say Justice is unbiased and patient with what happened to the lizard thing, but she wasn't. It wasn't by her hand, so I don't know if that would really count.
Yeah, no, not really. And did you advance your circle's goals by killing powerful enemies, bringing long-standing problems to decisive conclusions, saving others from mortal peril or organizations from ruin, defeating powerful undead or necromancers, or undoing their baleful magics?
Does field medicine on Cobalt count for the mortal peril thing?
It sure does.
Okay, then I did that.
All right, so you are going to gain. So you're going to gain 2 sidereal experience.
Yay! 2 side.
All right, and given the time frame that we are dealing with, I think we will skip the learning curve for tonight, especially since it was just kind of a combat session. Didn't really advance too much of the plot. We just kind of kicked a bunch of demon butt. So, I'm going to let my players do their outro thing. They can let you know where to find them. This time, I can't remember if this was the group that didn't like when I started with someone. So I'm just, I'm going to start with Bardic. I think I usually go like clockwise or counterclockwise. This time I'm going to skip it and go with the person that's directly beneath me on the overlay.
That's fair. I actually have a fun update.
Oh.
So aside from the fact that my TTRPG projects are in playtesting phases now. I have built a website, so I am Dylan Baird, or Bardic Geek, but you can find me at bairdlytrying.games, BAIRD, LY, and then trying. So yeah, I have a website now where I'm going to start posting progress updates and sample content for some of the tabletop stuff that I'm writing and designing as I go along.
All right. All right. Modern Artifice, what about you?
You can find me, Modern Artifice, everywhere on the internet, and I will be at the upcoming Midsummer Ren Fair in Connecticut and Ansonia, and then in 4 weeks we're going to be at Kineticon. That's where you can find me, and then here, Thursdays, best place to be.
Cerci, what about you? Any other places that we can find you?
I am Astro Hollow everywhere on the internet. If you need bags to hold an exalted amount of dice, I make exalted amount of dice bags now. I work with Modern Artifice, so I am where they are. But I have different social medias. Astro Hollow everywhere.
Yay!
And last but certainly not least, Vixie.
Oh, hey, it's me, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell, and I've been your friendly neighborhood player here at Radio Free Will's table. Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here. And you can find me everywhere on the worldwide interwebs at Vixie Bell or Vixie Bell Cosplay. You can also find me over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where I run and play games of a TTRPG-like nature. And you can find me at Gen Con at the end of July, where I will be running a myriad of things. Most notably, we will be running two actual plays. The first of which is the Magnus Archives, which is a Monte Cook Games Cypher system. Be sure to check out the prequel streams happening now at the Pocket Dragon Pub, and Candela Obscura, the Circle of Wires and Whispers. So be sure to check those out. Tickets are still on sale at GenCon.com. And most notably, I will be doing a very special panel this year at GenCon called Tabletop Rainbow, that is about creating healthy inclusivity at your table and or your stream. It is all about how to utilize specific tools and social cues to make a better table for you and your friends, because everyone deserves a seat at the table. So those are just a few of the things we have coming up. We are wrapping up our Pride Month. We're raising funds for Rainbow Railroad. I will be running Our Flag Means Kiss this Sunday at noon 30, I think. Noon 30, yes. Somewhere in that ballpark. So feel free to join us then and help us raise the last $400 we need. We are trying to raise about $500 for Rainbow Railroad in conjunction with House of Dreams and Pantless Tables. We will be raiding into one of them at the end of the game. And that's everything I have going on. For everything else, feel free to check me out on social media. Thanks so much.
Cool. And I'm Radio Free Will. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. You can find me on TikTok and YouTube. I should get more on my YouTube. Radio_Free Will on YouTube. Radio Free Will on TikTok. You can also book me to run a game for you at startplaying.game/gm/Radio Free Will. You can also find me on Tuesday nights over on Dying of Exposure, playing Paranoia right now, which has been a lot of fun. But we are going to go raid my friends over at Storm and Key. Go show them a little love. Tell them we sent you. Hang out and chat. Give them a follow if you're not already. And I don't know. Play your favorite song. Let them know your favorite song, because these all help the algorithm. Anyway, until next time, everybody. No gods, no masters, only moderators. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
And we are raided.